Hey there, chart friends. Lamont here from Chart Guys, checking in on the electric vehicle sector and NEE. Weird play. It sounds like a weird play. The EV sector and NEE. The king and I. Alrighty. I don't talk to people enough. Let's see here. So we were looking for a little bit lower on this Tesla trade here. We were looking like that daily higher low was set at 396.03, but now potentially this lower high is also being set at 423. So we'll just peep the hourly chart and let's check it with extended hours on. And with actually even with extended hours on, technically the bears have not yet taken the trend, although this is not a very confidence inspiring bounce. So bulls are looking questionable here. If this is all the bounce they can muster, then we are likely to test that lower area that we were originally interested in. So tomorrow, if we can get hourly oversold conditions into that base area, then I still like this trade. I know looking back that there's a bunch of activity near here. Okay, bunch of bottoms over there. We have this rectangle up. Whatever the case may be, you can see there's a lot of activity here, a bunch of hits here. So if we can get hourly extended into that level, those levels, not bad. So maybe I'll start something like that. And I feel like things would be pretty extreme at that point. So maybe we'll look for something like that. And I just would expect to maybe get near the upper end of that range. And ideally we'll take profit maybe somewhere here, right? If we get some fills, bounce up to the middle of this area where these highs and these lows got put in right here, here, then maybe we'll take some profit there, keep some for potential further target. Okay, so Tesla potentially heading down to test lows tomorrow unless the bulls can show up right away tomorrow. Defend these lows here, break to higher highs, and come test this upper range again to stay in this forever EQ. I mean, it's not going to be forever, but in this incredibly long EQ, which, you know, really could be an Adam and Eve pattern. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, even if we get some monthly consolidation, the bulls will just be scouting a monthly higher low. Anything over 70.10 will be one. That's the March low, isn't it? Yeah, so no monthly consolidation. So we'll see. I wouldn't even be too mad. So if this low gets taken out here, 379.11, if this weekly low gets taken out, technically that weekly trend will have changed. The monthly high will likely be set, and we'll be looking for that monthly higher low. But in the interim, potentially a bounce play on the daily, and then maybe another short off of that resistance level. We'll see. NIO having a good day. Unbelievable. These bulls are so strong. So if you're in that trade shared the other day, congratulations. If you're still in it, I mean, congratulations. Your runner is doing very well. It's exceeded the target I expected by quite a bit. Okay, and the follow-up trade was really difficult today because it really just ran up. It just ran, there was no real opportunity for anybody to get in. I guess a bunch of shorts got squeezed here. Anybody who came in short here probably got squeezed. So let's see, we have earnings coming up. Definitely double check the date for earnings. TradingView is very often wrong. But it looks like earnings is coming up soon, and typically if you run very hard into earnings, it's typically a sell the news reaction, right? Think the psychology being, if you run really hard into earnings, then probably what's happening is people are starting to figure out that their earnings are really good. And so if that's the case, when the earnings are actually announced, they need to be phenomenal, even better than what their rumors were, in order for there to be more sustained buying pressure, probably, right? More retail interest. And so typically you get a sell the news event if you run into earnings. So just a word of caution, if you have gains, definitely start banking them. Don't just sit around, although the chart still looks totally healthy. Daily has just set a healthy higher low at 38.11, breaking to all-time highs now. Hourly time frame is overbought, but RSI extension is not as meaningful when we are a blue sky bull. Well, when it is a blue sky bull. However, I will say that we are coming back to backtest this channel resistance if you just have regular trading hours, and I like how it's contained all this structure. So I can't help but notice it's a perfect 9. It's not a reversal candle though, but if we can't get back into this hourly channel, if we reject here and come back and test this neckline area around $38, then essentially we have a potential head and shoulder setup, right? Where this left shoulder here, if we get rejected there, come down, test this neckline, bounce for a lower high, and there's a potential head and shoulder setup, okay? So just something to be mindful of. I believe there's this macro. Well, no. Okay, so whenever we pull back tomorrow, bulls will just be scouting a healthy hourly high or low, anything over 38.64, let's call it. Regular trading hours will be 1. I know there's a little higher low here, but I'm just using this as my guide. I really just care about this base of support down here, really. But I wouldn't be surprised if NEO, especially if the market is strong tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised if NEO started to find some support over here where this previous top was. And so let's see what the 5-minute time frame looks like, and it would be right around there. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we got something like that. Okay. NKLA. All right, blew right through that. Oh, never mind. It played out that day. Okie dokie. So NKLA had a nice strong day yesterday. Today was likely set that hourly higher low today. Hourly higher low does look set, and yet this lower high also looks set. So let's check the 5-minute time frame, and it was bearish going into the end of the day, although there was a bit of bounce. Either way, the 5-minute trend is still bearish, so that hourly lower high is looking set. So for NKLA, we probably really just care about this base. This base of support that is now being established here. Now we've had 1, 2, 3. We had a break of it, bounce back, back tested, and now we are double bottom there. So essentially triple bottom. And I believe it was also, nope, it wasn't. Just a brief period of stalling there. All right. So that's pretty much all we care about right now. Can the bulls defend this base? If they can defend this base, then can they potentially take off from it? So the hourly time frame, hourly trend is bearish, although the bulls have the potential to save it. If they can hold this low tomorrow of 1935 and then break to a higher high of over 1986, then we'll see some more daily bounce follow through, and we'll be looking up at key resistance of 21.19, and then after that it will be 23.35. If they're able to do so and create some more space, then we can be scouting that daily higher low. But for now, in the interim, I only like trades off of the base. So if we can get hourly extension, just like back these both times here, right? Hourly oversold conditions into the space of support. That's the only trade that I like, really. So something like that. All right. And we'd just be looking for to test these highs. Nothing too crazy, nothing too ambitious, something like that. WKHS. Wow. Nice. All right. Okay, so WKHS making its way through this resistance area that we are being mindful of because it was the top of this previous range here. So it should be some meaningful resistance. I'm surprised at the strength. That's a pretty good look for the WKHS bulls. They just set another hourly higher low today at 1967. So, I mean, an aggressive bear is scaling in, has already begun scaling in. But this is not what you want to see if you're a bear. So, if you were scaling in looking for a rejection in this zone, you'll want to start being cautious here. Definitely want to respect your stops. Ideally, you took a bit of profit It only just got oversold. Let's see here. So ideally, you were able to take some profit at the end of the day to protect this position. But I would be cautious here with shorts now, although there is looking like there is the potential for some divergence to be setting up. Either way, that is more strength than I would have thought. That being said, it is a potential wedge. I think we pointed this out yesterday, though. It is a potential. Oh, I guess it doesn't look terribly wedgy, eh? Unless you draw it from the closes, but suppose you could draw it like this as well. Okay, so potentially wedging into this resistance, but either way, hourly trend is still very healthy. And daily trend is also technically bullish as well. So we're really just now scouting that weekly lower high. Anything under 30.59 will be a weekly lower high for WKHS. Bears will be scouting lower high plays whenever the initial bears step in. So if we get a nice big bear move down tomorrow, then hourly lower highs will be in play as well. But honestly, I don't even hate top fishing plays still. Surprised at that, but that they're making their way through the range so easily. But I still don't hate it. If you can get hourly extension into this zone here, then well, let's see. Let's use a fib pull too as a guide. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. We can get hourly extension into here, something like that. Just to get maybe back into the center of the range. All right, just looking for that weekly lower high, potential weekly lower high. And it's a potential daily, it's not a lower high, but a potential daily pivot. So basically we're just top fishing this price action as well. A lot of different ways in which you look at it. There's a bunch of price action confluence, there's a fib confluence, and then we just want to be doing our shopping and hourly extension looking for that daily pivot. NEE. Okay, so pretty much just sideways, still trying to base over this previous base here on the hourly chart, just tightening up in this EQ. Just EQ on watch, that's it. EQ on watch, as long as we can stay over this previous channel, bulls will take it. And we are over all this previous price action here, bulls will take it, positioned well to see any market strength. If the market does show up and start seeing some bounce, then I would not be surprised if NEE were to go head up and test its recent high of 83.34. So bears will be scouting a lower high under 83.34. We're not yet confident that this one here, 78.38, has been set. EQ break likely in 2 days or so, likely to break by Monday. All right, that about covers it. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you all soon.